watching News for Hearing Impaired. I'm Preeti. With me, Sonia. First, the headlines. Lord Jagannath's Rath Yatra begins at Jagannath Temple in Ahmedabad after Gujarat High Court allows conducting Rath Yatra with restrictions. Rath Yatra to begin at Puri soon as per the Supreme Court guidelines. Corps commander level officers of Indian and Chinese armies meet at Chushul, Moldo along the LAC. Army Commanders Conference in progress to review the operational situation on both the northern and western fronts. Defense Minister arrives at Moscow for a 3-day visit to Russia. India looks forward to deepening defense and strategic partnership with Russia as Raksha Mantri to hold bilateral meeting with his Russian counterpart today. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar to take part in trilateral virtual meeting with Russia and China today. India's recovery rate from COVID-19 improves to 55.77% with more than 2.37 lakh people cured. Active cases reach 1,74,387, while total fatalities stand at 13,699. COVID care coaches of Indian Railways start getting utilized. And global cases of COVID-19 cross 90 lakhs. Global death toll reaches 4.7 lakh. Death toll in hardest hit United States crosses 1.2 lakh. The world-famous Lord Jagannath Rath Yatra began in Puri amidst restrictions. The Odisha government on Monday imposed a curfew-like shutdown in Puri district ahead of the historic Lord Jagannath Rath Yatra and appealed to citizens to refrain from stepping out of their homes when the chariots roll out on the Grand Road in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. The curfew-like shutdown has been put in place across the district from 9 p.m. of Monday till 2 p.m. on Wednesday. Meanwhile, all entry points to Puri have been sealed and no vehicles other than those for the purpose of Rath Yatra preparation is allowed into the temple town. And these are the live visuals we are getting for you from Ahmedabad. Lord Jagannath's Rath Yatra also began at Jagannath Temple in Ahmedabad with restrictions, and these are the live visuals we're getting for you from there. In a late night order, the Gujarat High Court allowed the annual Rath Yatra as proposed by state government and temple authorities. Limited devotees are allowed to pull the chariot. As per the High Court's order, there will be a total Janta curfew across the city during Rath Yatra. The standoff continues between India and China with regard to the border issue. Corps commanders of both the countries yesterday met in Chushul, Moldo on Monday. The meeting will continue today to review the operational situation on both the northern and western fronts. All top commanders, including Northern Command Chief Lieutenant General Y.K. Joshi, are taking part in the 2-day meeting. And in the midst of brewing tension with China in Ladakh, Army Chief General M.M. Narvane chaired the second phase of the Army Commanders Conference in New Delhi to review the operational situation on both the northern and western fronts. In view of the border dispute, security forces have been asked to give a befitting reply to any misadventure on part of China in eastern Ladakh and other sectors. India will adopt a different strategic move to safeguard India-China border. Top military officials have been asked to keep a close watch on the activities of China on the land border, air as well as strategic maritime sea lanes. Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh is on a 3-day visit to Russia. Raksha Mantri will hold talks with his Russian counterpart in Moscow. Both the leaders will talk, and it is expected that India will take forward and will look forward to deepening defense and strategic partnership with Russia. India-Russia defense and strategic partnership will figure prominently during the bilateral talks. Raksha Mantri will attend the Victory Parade tomorrow to commemorate the 75th anniversary of the victory in the Second World War. The parade is organized to honor the heroism and sacrifices made by the Russian and other friendly people. A tri-service 75-member Indian military contingent will also participate in the Victory Parade along with Russian contingent and other invited contingents. The Indian participation on the Victory Day Parade will be a mark of tribute to the great sacrifices made by Russia and other nations in the Second World War, in which Indian soldiers also participated and made supreme sacrifice. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar will take part in Russia-India-China trilateral meet today. The meeting, to be held via video conference, will include Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi and will be hosted by Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. In a briefing last week, MEA spokesperson said the meeting will deliberate on the COVID-19 pandemic as well as issues relating to challenges to global security and financial stability. The three leaders were originally scheduled to meet on March 22nd in Sochi, but the annual meeting had to be put off due to COVID-19 pandemic. Pakistani troops violated ceasefire at least 3 times along the line of control at Rajouri on Monday. Pakistan resorted to unprovoked and indiscriminate firing, targeting the Indian forward posts and civilian areas along the line of control in Nowshera sector. Defense spokesperson told DD News that Pakistani troops started firing with small arms, followed by mortar shelling. However, alert Indian troops immediately reacted and started giving a befitting reply. Earlier, one Jawan was martyred in Nowshera sector on Monday when cross-border shell hit the army Jawan. He was guarding a forward post along the line of control. An encounter is underway in Bandzoo area in Pulwama district of Jammu and Kashmir. 2 unidentified terrorists have been killed so far. 2 AK-47 rifles were also recovered from the encounter site. A joint team of police personnel and security forces are carrying out the operation on the spot. The Indian Pavilion for Cannes Film Market 2020 in France was virtually inaugurated on Monday. Speaking at the digital event, Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar said that film industry represents India's soft power. Films are made in multiple languages in our country. He urged foreign filmmakers to come to India and shoot maximum number of films and also invest in the movie industry.
I appeal to the film fraternity, international film fraternity, is come, invest, shoot in India and sell in the global market as global brand. Indian content is a rich content. And in this rich content, 150 countries are using this content. Ask any OTT platforms. Their most popular programs are based on Indian content. So that's the reality and the speciality of India, which we want to harness further.
The Information and Broadcasting Minister also released a booklet and a poster at the event for the 51st International Film Festival of India, slated to be held in Goa from the 20th of November this year. He said that Indian films are being widely promoted at the Cannes film market. And now let's take a look at the COVID-19 situation from across the country. The recovery rate of COVID-19 patients has improved to 55.77% in the country. So far, a total of 2,37,195 patients have been cured of COVID-19. During the last 24 hours, a total of 9,440 COVID-19 patients have been cured. Presently, there are 1.74 lakh active cases and all are under active medical supervision. The famous Kamakhya temple in Guwahati in Assam will be opened for devotees on 30th of June. The temple head has said that Ambubachi Mela, which was scheduled to take place from 22nd till 25th of June, will not take place this year in view of the COVID-19 pandemic. Last year, 25 lakh people had participated in the Mela. Railways Minister Piyush Goyal has said that railways remain committed to doing whatever it takes to help the country fight the pandemic. The minister said that Railways' innovative step to provide COVID-19 care in coaches has been initiated. He informed that 59 suspected patients admitted in Mao Junction in Varanasi division and 8 of them have already been discharged. Railways has deployed a total of 960 COVID care coaches in 5 states of Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Madhya Pradesh. Out of these 960 COVID care coaches, 503 coaches have been deployed in Delhi, 20 in Andhra Pradesh, 60 in Telangana, 372 in Uttar Pradesh and 5 in Madhya Pradesh. In Delhi, 503 COVID care coaches are deployed at 9 different locations. Railways has also deployed 2 liaison officers for each location of these coaches to assist the state government officials. The World Health Organization sent out a fresh warning on Monday over the dangers of the new COVID-19 pandemic. Global infections surpassed 90 lakh on Monday. United States leads the world tally with the highest number of infections at about 2.2 million or 25% of all reported cases. There has been an increase in COVID-19 cases in a number of US states, with more among young people. In spite of numerous European countries further easing their lockdown restrictions, cases around the world are rising, especially in Latin America, with Brazil now registering over 50,000 deaths. There are also fears of a second wave, with Australians being warned against travelling to Melbourne. WHO chief said that countries are using a variety of strategies to deal with these disruptions, including triage, telemedicine and redirecting patients to alternative health facilities. Still, the consequences of these disruptions will be felt for many more years to come.
That almost every day we reach a new and grim record. Yesterday, more than 183,000 new cases of COVID were reported to WHO, easily the most in a single day so far. The consequences of these disruptions will be felt for many years to come. The world is learning the hard way that health is not a luxury item. It's the cornerstone of security, stability, and prosperity.
It is a challenge for all countries, and I think South Korea with other countries demonstrate that even when you get down to very low incidence, you still have to have a very strong public health surveillance system, and you still have to have a very capable public health infrastructure. You still have to have a population that is willing to take the necessary actions.
After more than 100 days of lockdown, New York City residents on Monday were able to celebrate their progress in curbing COVID-19 pandemic by getting their first haircuts in months, shopping at long-closed stores and dining at outdoor cafes. Once the epicenter of the global outbreak, the city was the last region in New York State to move into phase 2 of reopening, with restaurants and bars offering outdoor service and many shops reopening. Barber shops and hair salons welcomed customers for the first time since mid-March. Playing grounds also reopened on Monday in the most populous U.S. city. The pandemic has killed nearly 120,000 Americans and is flaring up in a dozen states that reported a record increase in the cases last week. U.S. President Donald Trump suspended the entry into the United States of certain foreign workers on Monday. Trump issued a presidential proclamation that temporarily blocks foreign workers entering on H-1B visas, which are for skilled employees, and L visas for managers and specialized workers being transferred within a company. Trump also blocked those entering on H-2B seasonal worker visas, which are used by landscapers and other industries. More than 2 million people will be allowed to spend more time outside their homes from July 6th as the Health Department eases novel coronavirus lockdown in England, bringing the guidelines and the guidance for them into line with rules set for wider population. People will be able to meet outside in a group of up to 6. If single or living alone, will create a support bubble with one another household of any size. From August 1st, the guidance will then be relaxed, so clinically extremely vulnerable people will no longer be advised to shield, and those who cannot work from home will be able to return to the workplace as long as it is COVID secure. Prime Minister Boris Johnson to announce the conclusion of a review into whether a 2-meter social distancing rule should be relaxed to help more pubs, bars and restaurants open during the summer months. Britain has been easing its COVID-19 lockdown slowly, trying to balance the public's health with the needs of an economy which shrank by a quarter over March and April. As coronavirus still lingers across the world, Chile's health experts have warned that the situation may turn critical. The country, currently under lockdown, prompted to prevent the spread of the virus. The pandemic has also adversely impacted the economy of the South American country. Chile's budget office said that its economy would shrink 6.5% in 2020. The death tally from COVID-19 in Chile is more than 4,500, while the number of cases have also spiked to cross 2,46,960. Saudi Arabia on Monday said that it will bar arrivals from abroad to attend the HAJJ this year due to COVID-19, allowing only a limited number of Saudi citizens and residents to make the pilgrimage with social distancing measures enforced. The announcement means that this will be the first year in modern times that Muslims from around the world have not been allowed to make the annual pilgrimage to Mecca, which all Muslims aim to perform at least once in a lifetime. The ministry that oversees pilgrimages states that this decision is taken to ensure Hajj is performed in a safe manner from a public health perspective while observing all preventative measures and the necessary social distancing protocols to protect human beings from the risks associated with this pandemic and in accordance with the teachings of Islam in preserving the lives of human beings. The number of COVID-19 cases in Saudi Arabia has exceeded 1,60,000, with 1,307 deaths following a rise in new infections over the past 2 weeks. Some 2.5 million pilgrims visit the holiest sites of Islam in Mecca and Medina for the week-long Hajj. Meanwhile, international arrivals for Umrah pilgrimages have also been suspended until further notice. The annual Golden Globe Awards ceremony for film and television has been postponed to February 2021. The Golden Globes ceremony, which kicks off Hollywood's awards season, will now take place on February 28th instead of its usual slot on the first Sunday in January. The decision follows the postponement by 2 months of the Oscars to April 25th because of the effects of the pandemic on the entertainment industry. The fact-check team has refuted the reports that Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, that is DPIIT, website was hacked. The claim is being made through some media reports that the website of DPIIT was hacked, describing this as a retaliatory move by hackers due to some developments and decisions taken in the past. The PIB fact-check team has said that the claim is not true. The site was under routine maintenance and is running on NIC Cloud, it added. Allegations made in the claim have been found to be baseless and unfounded. A quick recap of the top stories once again. Lord Jagannath's Rath Yatra begins at Jagannath Temple in Ahmedabad after Gujarat High Court allows conducting Rath Yatra with restrictions. Rath Yatra to begin at Puri soon as per Supreme Court's guidelines. Corps commander level officers of Indian and Chinese armies meet at Chushul, Moldo along the LAC. Army Commanders Conference in progress to review the operational situation on both the northern and western fronts. Defence Minister arrives at Moscow for a 3-day visit to Russia. India looks forward to deepening defence and strategic partnership with Russia as Raksha Mantri to hold bilateral meeting with his Russian counterpart today. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar to take part in trilateral virtual meeting with Russia and China today. India's recovery rate from COVID-19 improves to 55.77% with more than 2.37 lakh people cured. Active cases reaches 1,74,387, while total fatalities stand at 13,699. COVID care coaches of Indian Railways start getting utilized. And global cases of COVID-19 cross 90 lakhs. Global death toll reaches 4.7 lakh. Death toll in the hardest hit United States crosses 1.2 lakh. That's it in this edition of the News Tasa. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.